Easter Sunday. Easter service was like a morning service because 3 months ago we lost our senior pastor. They played a song called Glorious Day by Passion. This song spoke deeply to me because it reminded me that all of us will make mistakes. But God is not ashamed of us. He cares about us and loves us. He wants the best of us. After He has risen for us. He gave up His life for us because He loved us that much. Orphan child. In my junior year of high school, I sponsored an orphan child. I did this because I was an orphan once. I understood what it was like to wonder if you would get adopted. Would someone love you? Sponsoring this child, it showed them that they aren't alone and they will find a place in this world. Cancer. There was this little girl who had cancer. I knew her when I would watch a group of kids at church. When she passed away, I wrote a letter to her family. I understood how it felt to lose someone you loved. I understood what it was like to lose someone at a young age. I wanted to show her family that they weren't alone and that at least someone cared. Set up. Every Saturday, our church would set up. It gave us a sense that we were part of the church. Through bad weather and football games, we still got the job done. We would tell jokes and listen to music. We did this process every Saturday and it never got old. There was something new every time we would set up, and we knew there was a reason for this. Tear down. After church, we would tear down. Sometimes we had to hurry because of bad weather, but we still got the job done. We knew every Sunday was successful. We didn't know then that these moments would become memories we would cherish, memories we would hold on to. YMCA. Gateway Church started in the YMCA. It was a unique place to start. It was a place that brought all of us together, a place where we could go to worship, a place that one day would slip into our memories. The YMCA was the starting place for Gateway Church in Pooler, Georgia. Then Gateway Church moved to Bloomingdale, Georgia, lit with candles. One Sunday we had no power but our phones and microphones. I guess it was God's way of saying nothing is going to stop. You will hear my word even if you have to use a light on your phone as a flashlight. You could see the lightning flash, but also the candles that flickered. Nothing was going to stop us from hearing God's word that Sunday. Power out. Power would go out a lot in the YMCA, but all of us still made the best of it. All of us got through it, and there was always a way. The devil can throw many hurdles, but that wasn't going to stop us. We always found a way to get through every hurdle. Nothing was going to take us down. We had a plan, and nothing was going to stop that plan. Same Bible, different church. The church had this billboard with a guy's arm covered in tattoos. It didn't matter what you looked like or what you were going through. You could come to our church. Our church accepted everyone. You could wear t-shirt, jeans, and flip-flops. It really didn't matter what you wore. You could wear anything, and you would still be accepted to our church. Baptized. I got baptized after I was abused by someone I wasn't related to. I carried this guilt for years, but I realized that God got me through all this. Washing this guilt away showed me that none of this was my fault, that all of this was supposed to happen, so I could share my story and how I got through this. Elementary school. The next place Gateway Church moved to was the elementary school. We were here for a short time until we could move into our own building. Our own building was being built in the process. Between hurricanes and evacuations, the elementary school was a safe haven until we could move into the building that would become ours one day. Own building. Finally, after everything, we made it to where we could move into our own building. We would loan out the building to everyone else when they need the space. We would help our community when needed. We would make this community strong. It wasn't just about owning our own building. It was about helping others. 4 years. 4 years later, I got to walk into Gateway's building that was owned by them. I didn't go when it first opened because I was going through grief and I was taking care of my family and battling my own battles. But after I met her and passed away, I felt it was right to see the building and dedicate this story to him. No air conditioning. Most of the time, the YMCA didn't have air conditioning. We would have to bring out 2 big fans. Even though it was hot, no one complained. We were thankful that we had a roof over our heads and that we had a meeting place to worship the Lord. The Lord and His Word was the only thing that mattered the most. 13. Being abused by someone I wasn't related to, I was abused 2 weeks before I turned 13. I found it hard to be around older men. I always stayed to myself. It took me years to be where I am now. I have scars from the bruises that was created. I wasn't just physically abused, I was also mentally, verbally, and sexually abused. Matt Hearn did a sermon one Sunday about abuse, and it spoke to my heart. He was the first person I told of what I experienced. I trusted him to tell him. January 29th. January 29th, 2021, Matt Hearn passed away. He was a father, brother, cousin, friend, and boss. He really did care about everyone. He really loved the Lord and the Word of God. He always stayed true to his purpose and he never gave up. He loved what he did and he always will be remembered. He will never be forgotten, but he will be missed. First person told, having the courage to share what I went through. It took me years to get to this point. I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes. I have hurt others even if I didn't mean to. Breaking the chains was the hardest thing to do, but I am so thankful that I did. I'm thankful that I had the courage now to share my story. Show the world. Our past won't be forgotten but remembered. The people we leave in our past won't be forgotten. Show the world your strengths and weaknesses. That's what Gateway Church did. Gateway Church never lost sight of their purpose and what made them known. They kept what made them known in the first place. They did grow with the change, but they didn't lose what made them known.